So this is the aftermath, post Lionsgate portal. How are we all doing? So I am sharing today. I shall not say that I feel that it's all over, because it's not. I feel like it's still rolling over. But today is the first day that I've kind of got like half a brain cell and I can actually share with you from a place of clarity, so to speak. So just to remind you, the 8th of August is when the Lionsgate portal peaked. And the 12th of August is when it closed, which was not last week, Wednesday. Now, just prior to the Lionsgate, we had that really powerful full moon. That was massive. That was heavily laden with upgrade codes. Many of us felt it. I know I had one of the biggest upgrades in my sleep time over that full moon time. And of course, then we just sauntered through into the week, and then we hit the Lionsgate portal on the Saturday. So it was all a bit of a blur. I think we've all just been floating in these energies. And then I was blessed enough to be able to gather so many of us together to do a beautiful ceremony for the Lionsgate portal, which was on the Saturday. And we worked with the energies of Mama Cacao, which is the sacred ceremonial cacao, and Blue Lotus. And that was just so feminine, so divine. The energies on the 8th of August are very powerful. It's at its peak when it comes to the Sirius energies. So all of that was in the mix too. So the Saturday, for me, and obviously for the rest of us that were in ceremony, were beautiful. It was up there. It was aligned. It was divine. And I think a lot of us would have felt that. But then on the Sunday and the Monday after that, a lot of pain in my body, a lot. And I had to really kind of go underground to allow what information, remember we call it codes, the information, the light codes that come in, they download on such a potent level at that time. And our soul is all ready for it. It's just us, our human being selves are just going, what's going on? But it's happening. It's happening. It happened. It's happening. Okay. So we have to take some time to be able to process these light codes into our cells. And like I've always said before, time and time again, I remind us all that when that happens, it comes into the cells. And of course, anything that's junk in the cells needs to be kicked out as the light comes in. So you're going to be tired. You're going to experience pain, shoulders, neck, all of the above. So important just to rest. This is the first gateway. I have to say I get slowed down a lot during these times, but I would say out of my whole spiritual career, as it were, in inverted commas, I would say this is the first time that I've actually closed my curtains and gone, right, I am going underground for the whole of this Lionsgate vibe, because I need to take on board and take very seriously and be very mindful and honor my body while it takes on board these upgrades, because that's what this Lionsgate 2020 was all about. Huge upgrades. Now, you're not going to see it play out in your life out there. Not yet, because think about the way it works, all right? So we go through the portal is open, the energy codes are coming in, we're doing ceremonies, or you're doing meditation, or whatever it is to help the energy come through, okay? And then when it comes through, okay, it's got to go through the process to come through the cells, which is the tiredness, the pain that I speak of. But only once that process has happened will it start to work its way out into your energy field now, being pure light, golden energy. And then you'll start to see it affect your outer world. So there's a process. But what happens is we go, well, the Lionsgate's passed on Saturday now. That was the 8th. Why have I not woken up on Monday morning, living my best life on a cloud, playing my harp and just, eating grapes and just so happy and abundant? Because that's not how it works. It's not. And if you think it did, I'm really sorry, because you're probably having a terrible time right now. There is a process. There's a process to everything. So even now, you'll be feeling in your bodies that it's very powerful. Even now, you'll be feeling almost like the ricochet of those energies bouncing off the walls. And the most best thing you can do is honor yourself. If you're tired, lie down. If you need to have a day off, have a day off. Do you, boo? Like I always say, do you. It's really important, because if you rush around and you're busy, you're slowing the whole process down. The very thing you've asked for is a higher vibration to live in your life. The very thing you've asked for is for abundance and all that, and that comes with a higher vibration. So if you're not basically receiving what's being brought to you, or you're slowing the process down, you can have a terrible time with it. So Really, and I know that's difficult when you've all got busy lives, but I cannot stress enough to just be still and give your body what it needs. Really ask what it needs. And if it needs to rest for a week and switch its phone off, then that's fine. Do what you've got to do, okay? Because then it's going to work better for you in the long run. So with the Lion's Gate coming in now, we have to remember, and I think that this is, I'm guilty of it. I always forget what I've asked for. So don't forget what you asked for, because prior to the Lion's Gate, we all get hype and we're like, right, what are we going to call in? It's all about creation, right? Because that's what the Lion's Gate portal is all about. It's about the infinity symbol. It's about creation. It's about abundance. All of the above, stepping into that next level of mastery. So we get all our cards and we hang out and we being really good with our meditations, calling in our wish lists and everything. And then the Lion's Gate comes to pass, and then we end up being face down in the flowers going, what the hell's just happened? I feel unwell, and all the rest of it. You are moving up in a vibration, another level. Why? Because those wish lists that you've all created are at that next level, and you're not going to be able to access them until this is being cleared. So remember what you asked for. And this really, really does require you to be still, quiet, and really tap in and have a quiet moment with yourself and really understand what it was that you called in and what comes with that. Because otherwise, if you just get on with your life and you forget about it, you're just going to have a chaotic time and a very sort of like intense time, basically, because you're not aligning with the process. And just now you're going to enjoy the fruits of your labor. So remember what you asked for. What did you call in? So this is now Marie sharing with her experience. You know, I'm very much go, 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 which is a lot of us are. And my whole journey through my life is all about being far too much in the masculine and not enough in the feminine in all aspects. And I have really gone through a very, very big purge prior to Lion's Gate. Now, I work a lot with the Magdalene energies, the sisterhood of the rose. And that is all about heart energy. That is all about unconditional love. It's all of the above. Now, the Magdalene energies have been clearing, obviously for women, because we're the ones with the wombs, but there's been a lot of womb healing and a lot of heart healing, because wombs, as the Magdalenes say, were not made to carry trauma. They weren't made to carry trauma. They were there to create. And even if you're a dude and you're watching this, you kind of have an energetic womb as well. So as women, we may get heavy periods or something like that. Whereas men, you might get very, very sore in your hips or in your lower back. That's your hips are your area of your creation, your pelvis. So be it man or woman, it matters not. You know, we all have the same vibration, and all of that energy also sits in the sacral chakra, which is 2 fingers below your belly button. It's the masculine and feminine energies that sit there. They call it the chakra of the sacred dance, masculine and feminine dance. It's got to be like this for it to be fluid, you know, and healthy. So for me, I got slammed into an early menstrual cycle, which never ever happens to me. The most powerful in pain I've ever had. It's had me in bed for 2 days, and it's just been horrific. And first of all, I was just like, what the fuck, universe? This is just so sore. But then once I got out my humanness and my I'm a victim mode and sat with it, I was like, ooh, something really big is happening here. And as it was happening, and I was in the midst of it, I was surrounded by people that were having babies, losing babies, dreaming about having babies, taking my daughter to the gynae for the first time, where the gynae was saying, I'm just going to check if your daughter's got any babies in her womb. Look, she didn't, but I'm just saying, it was just babies, babies, babies. And I was like, this is overboard and it's a bit too much. And then I got my early cycle, and then I went into extreme pain. So that's when it got my attention. So I was just like, okay, the obvious thing is there's a rebirth going on. Okay, it's the first place we go to. However, I want to go deeper with this now. This was a deep purge. And obviously when we go through things, it's also to remember that when you go through something intense like that, it's not just about you. It's about the whole collective. We all have such a powerful integral part to bringing humanity up to the next level. So don't ever think of yourself as just little old me. No, what you go through for all. So if you're clearing something to do with money and it's tough, then you're clearing it for the whole collective. If you're clearing something to do with obviously menstrual cycles like I was and extreme pain, I'm not just clearing this womb creation energy for myself, I'm doing it for everyone. So that's why you'll find it's a little bit more intense than usual. Okay, so that's what I was going through, bringing the feminine back into balance, and I'm still working with it now, because think about it. I'm going to double back to the Lionsgate portal now. The Lionsgate portal was all about the next level of mastery. Prior to it, I was working with the Magdalens very powerfully, and they were saying, got to clean the womb. So this is why I went through this. Because, you know, it's all to do with creation, and it's all to do with creating from heart space. We can't carry these negative traumas anymore. And, you know, even if you're a man, you think about the traumas that your mother carried and the social conditioning that she had as being a female. You know, you just stay at home and you're not actually worth anything, what. You were carried in that womb as well. So it's all very relevant for each and every one of us, be it man or woman, okay? Because we all have to create, right? And this is what's being called for us to do right now. So that's what I believe my experience right now is what I'm going through. Double sciatica in both hips, very, very, very painful. So yeah, so that's been my experience, and I had to remind myself what it was that I asked for. And I'm asking to go on to my next level. In fact, I'm asking to be in my highest level of service as a light worker. So yeah, my order's definitely in with the kitchens, and they're cooking it up right now because I'm in a little pain. But the difference is I can be a victim mode and basically go, oh my God, and just like hate everything and everyone and feel the anger. Or I can honor my body and the fact that I am a woman and that I can actually do this. And I'm not just doing it for myself, I'm doing it for all, and really embrace the whole experience and know that this too shall pass. That's also very, very important, because this too shall pass, whatever it is that you're going through, because whatever intention you held before ceremony, meaning before ceremony, pre-Lionsgate, because everything is a ceremony, right? You know, this is your intention, but you've got to get rid of the old to make way for the new. Okay, so that's what's happening with my experience. So yeah, so all you creators out there, you're welcome. Keep the faith. I'm just going to go and climb back on my bed and carry on doing my work. But you see what I'm saying? It hasn't been nice. It hasn't been pretty, but you really do have to go into your heart and understand what the bigger picture of it is all about. Because if you don't, you're going to get stuck in the same place. And this is all about transmutation. This is all about clearing out the old. And I'm going to repost my Violet Flame of Transmutation meditation, because that's going to help you clear the debris, okay, and just make you feel a little bit better, all right? So it's just keep working, keep clearing. If you are very much in the fog, there's a lot of chaos around, understand and remember what I've just said as to why we're all in chaos right now. So moving on to do with divine union, okay, the twin flames, you know, they have taken a huge shift in consciousness towards each other. It matters not whether you are with your beloved in physical form or not, because guess what? I've been meaning to do a twin flame blog, so I haven't, because I've been too busy purging, but I'm going to say it here, okay? The chances are when you have basically come into union, because remember, with the twin flame journey, this seems to be a specific label to only a few in the world, which I believe is not true. I believe that we are all twin flames, because if we are in a relationship where we're moving to, all relationships are going to be of a sacred counterpart relationship, okay? So we're all going to be living in the highest vibration, understanding that to have a relationship in this new 5D consciousness, you have to be in union within yourself. Otherwise, to live or be or love another, sacred other, is not possible. So that means we're all twin flames, right? That's the way I see it. However, there is a front line of us that was called forth to remind humanity that we're all twin flames. Now, I'm definitely one of those, because we're definitely the way showers when it comes to that vibration. But it does mean that we are all in it together. Okay, but what's happening is with the union, I mean, I'm getting a lot of Horus energy at the moment. Horus is the son of Isis and Osiris, the twin flames. That he is a representation of divine union, because he's a representation of harmony. So I've been seeing hawks everywhere, and of course, with this energy that's been going on inside of me, it's the divine feminine and the divine masculine healing, and consequently, me and my twin flame, my husband, have started to work together in a way that doesn't necessarily mean we're in ceremony. No. Even though that happens from time to time, it's just we're more conducive, we're more together. So I can feel a massive shift changing. I'm coming out of my overactive masculine into my feminine, and actually so is he. And there's this beautiful marriage of energy that's going like that. So, like I say, it doesn't matter whether you're married with your twin flame or not. The journey within you is just as important, partnered up or not. So do it anyway. Do it anyway, because we're all needed to be in union, right? So that's also what I think is going to be happening to many of us post Lion's Gate. So it's a lot of information in this video. I don't want to overwhelm too much. I hope I haven't already. But there's a lot of information. But I think the biggest thing here is to rest. Know that you're still in it. Purification is also another thing that came up. Purification and cleansing, wiping the slate clean. You know, imagine your whole life has just been on a unhealthy food and beer drinking binge. Now it's time to get right and get on some juices spiritually. So purification, that is a really, really powerful word that was delivered to me. And also understand that we are also in initiation, which is where we are right now post Lion's Gate. And what happens at the end of an initiation is you break the shell, the light comes out, and then you go up to next level. So this is big work, peeps. There's no shadow of a doubt. This is really, really big work. So keep on trucking and rest up, and I will speak to you soon. Thank you for listening. Peace.